As I always said that the Pakistan is a terrorist state and the China is the biggest sympathizer and the protector of the terrorist state in Pakistan. Unfortunately, in this topic, we will going to talk about the Pakistan again. And we have to talk about the Pakistan again because of the Pakistan ironclad, all-weather friend, the ungrateful China's involvement in the Pakistan's rescue. China itself is a terrorist state because China is killing their Uyghur population in the name of so-called social reform. But I never understood the India's voting pattern in the United Nations Human Rights Council because India recently abstained to vote in a proposal which was against the China's Uyghur genocide. Anyway, let's not get ourselves involved in discussing the ungrateful China. Let's go for the radical terroristan which is Pakistan. We have to discuss this country because China yesterday blocked a proposal at the United Nations by India and supported by the United States to list the Lashkar-e-Taiba members Shahid Mahmood as a global terrorist for the 4th time. So China is protecting this terrorist for the 4th time in 4 months. Therefore, we can see the deep-rooted China-Pakistan axis and how friendly the China is to the terrorism and the terroristan, the Pakistan. China has always used its power to protect the other terrorists from being banned by the United Nations Security Council. In September last year, it blocked the joint India-US proposal for banning the Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Sajid Mir, who is the most wanted terrorist and the handler of the 2008 Mumbai attack. The 2008 Mumbai attack, popularly known as 26/11 attack, which was designed by the Pakistani army and was done by the bunch of cowards who were killed by the brave National Security Guard of India. In that attack, 160 people were killed irrespective of any religion. Among them, some foreign nationals were there. That includes Americans and the Israelis. And because of that, the coward Sajid Mir has a bounty of 5 million on his head by the United States because of his active involvement in 26/11 attack. Another example happened in June this year. In June, China used their technical hold at the last moment in the favor of the another terrorist Abdul Rahman Makki. That was the joint proposal by the India and the United States to declare Makki as a global terrorist under the United Nations Security Council 1267's ISIL and the Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee. This is not a simple man. This Makki is not a simple man in Pakistan. He is a VIP in Pakistan because in Pakistan, radical terrorist means the hero of the society and the protector of Islam. But there is a no value of an educated person in the society in Pakistan. As I said, the Makki is not a simple man. He is the second in command of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa and the handler of Lashkar-e-Taiba. He is the brother-in-law and the cousin of the dreaded and the most wanted terrorist Hafiz Muhammad Shahid. Anyway, there is another example of the Chinese dreaded act because China did such kind of act several times in its past. In August this year, China again put a hold on a proposal by the United States and India at the United Nations to blacklist Abdul Rauf Azhar. He is the fundamentalist Islamist militant commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the brother of the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Maulana Masood Azhar. He has the backing of the ISI. The ISI means the RAW and the IB of India. That is ISI in Pakistan. And he is the mastermind behind the hijacking of an Indian Airlines flight 814. Because of that, he is the most wanted person in India. He also have the link with the Pakistani-based political organization, and these organizations are all linked to the radical Islamic fundamentalism. Some of the organizations are Milli Muslim League, Jamaat Ulema-e-Islam, Sipah-e-Shaba, and also had ties with the Dipahi-Pakistan Council, the anti-NATO Pakistan Umbrella Coalition. The most horrified act Chinese have ever did for any terrorist, that was for the Maulana Masood Azhar. He is the mastermind behind the 26/11 Mumbai attack that caused horror across India and across the world. After 26/11, he never let go of India. He always tried to hurt India anyway means. Because of his pure hate about India, he always pushed himself to prepare the terrorist attack against India. He was also the mastermind behind the 2019 Pulwama attack. On that attack, the suicide bomber was used. He blew off with his car in front of a convoy of vehicles that Indian security personnel were there. In that attack, 40 Indian Central Reserve Police Force personnel were killed. The suicide bomber who blew off himself was the Adil Ahmed Dar. He was a local Kashmiri youth from the Pulwama district. He was radicalized and used by the Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief Maulana Masood Azhar. India tried to put a ban on him after his hand was revealed on 26/11 attack, but he was protected by the Chinese golden hand. He was saved by the China at least dozens of times, but failed to protect after Pulwama attack because anger against Chinese grew exponentially after Pulwama attack in India, and China was forced to do the things by the Indian people. Anyway, in my view, these Chinese will never change and the Pakistan will never change too. In future, they will have the intentions of the hurting Indian interest because that is what they do. And because of the religious hatred, Pakistan attacked India 3 times in his 75 years of small lifetime. And the China attacked India in 1962 to capture Indian Ladakh and the Indian northeastern states. But the question is how India can punish these Chinese, basically the Chinese government. India have a commendable power in our hand, and that power is our market and is our purchasing power parity. India is about $10 trillion economy according to the purchasing power parity, and India is the 5th largest economy of the world. India have to boycott every Chinese goods, start with their low quality mobile phone, TV, tablet and the various other things. When we will be able to use our economical leverage or the economical power properly, then we will be able to make them learn the lesson accordingly. And we have made them learn the lesson after the Galwan attack. We pushed the Chinese towards the corner after banning the Chinese apps in India. And the Pakistan and China doing such act when the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres is visiting India. So my question is towards the United Nations is, why they are continuously harassed by China in the matters like terrorism, where they have to take the neutral stand? Why they are not reforming their age-old structure? I would like to know your answer. Please write your answer in the comment section, or you can mail me to my email address, which is tuhin.pawar.academy@gmail.com. Now our today's multiple choice questions. Now our first question. The first question is, which country scored last at the Global Hunger Index in 2022? The first option is Kuwait. Second option is Bosnia. Third option is Yemen. Fourth option is Afghanistan. Now the second question. The second question is, what does the NG in NGLV of the ISRO stands for? The first option is Next Generation. Second option is Nexus Gamma. Third option is Necessary Guidelines. Fourth option is New Generation. So this is the end of the topic. I hope you will going to find my topic informative. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.